2018 Mercedes-Benz SLC might be more familiar under its old moniker, SLK. It's still the same idea, and virtually the same car, though some mild updates have been recently applied. We think the Mercedes SLC43 and the uprated AMG SLC43 still are charming two-doors worthy of consideration if you're interested in a Z4, or in a folding hardtop convertible. They're not Porsche-like track stars, but they're strong performers with better comfort. We give the SLC a 7.2 out of 10. Review continues below. Mercedes-Benz applied a new front end to the SLC a couple of years ago, but the shape's still petite, boldly grilled, and pert at the rear. The cabin's less curvy and more cluttered with old-style controls. It's nothing like the latest Benz cabins that surround passengers with waterfalls of wood and wide high-resolution screens. The calling card for the SLC is the folding hardtop that stows or raises in 20 seconds at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. When it's up, the SLC has true coupe security and soundproofing, and on some models, a photochromic glass roof that automatically darkens. The Roadster trims out two ways. The SLC300 sports a 2.0-liter turbo 4 with 241 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. It urges the Roadster to 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds. The Mercedes AMG SLC43 is the more interesting car to drive when probing the limits of grip. Its responsive twin-turbo V6 has 362 HP, its sport driving modes tip into the available torque eagerly, and 60 miles per hour arrives in just 4.6 seconds. Get the dynamic handling package, and the SLC43 pulls out all the stops, with various steering and suspension improvements as well as a limited slip rear differential that helps it whip around tight corners with more poise. Safety scores aren't available from crash test agencies, but the SLC comes with automatic emergency braking and a rear view camera. Other looks touches include sport leather seats, navigation, Bluetooth audio streaming, and an infotainment system saddled with Mercedes' unsatisfying command interface. The more softly contoured shapes of first and second generation SLKs were crisped up with the third generation SLK design and its updated SLC spin-off. When the name change arrived, Mercedes gave the convertible a new front end and a handful of minor interior tweaks. Its snout is now a bit more prominent thanks to a more open grille and a more chiseled front end fascia. From the side it hasn't changed much at all for years, a pert little tail kicked up from its low front fenders. Short wheelbase cars can be difficult to draw with much elegance, but the SLC succeeds, despite the somewhat blunt front end. SLC43 AMG versions have their own jewelry, a gloss black grille, mirrors, 18-inch alloy wheels, and metallic accents and exhaust tips. Inside, a flat-bottom steering wheel and a 7.0-inch display are the most recent changes. They're a tip-off that the SLC hasn't kept up with the dramatic interiors installed in the newest Mercedes vehicles, all the sedans, or 3. The look has more angular shapes and more switches and buttons, with cut tube gauges and clunky controls for the infotainment system plugged into the console, just below the driver's wrist. The SLC isn't long for this world, so we'll give those foibles a pass. As a lineup, we give the 2018 SLC Class an 8 for performance, weighted toward the Rorty SLC43, a less squirrely and more confident performer than AMG compact roadsters of the recent past. The SLC300 is the more common of the duo. Its 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 delivers 241 HP through a 9-speed automatic. 0 to 60 miles per hour times check-in at about 5.7 seconds, a figure that would shame some sports cars of the past, but barely outruns a Nissan Maxima these days. It's strong and responsive still, but in its comfort driving mode, the engine and transmission get too relaxed on the job. A little turbo lag here, a little lazy in the transmission shifts, and the SLC300 doesn't like or need or really want to be worked very hard.